Tommy, and this is our second session. Hey, Tom? Okay, so I just wanted to demonstrate, first of all, before I move on, is I want to demonstrate what not to do and how not to lead your horse. So, okay, so you can see here how I'm just in front. If he shies or if he moves or he wants to go left or right, I have no control. If he decides to jump forward, he can jump on top of me. If he wants to, drift left or right, I can't control his legs. So you'll quite often see people just leading their horse around like this, and it's not safe, and it's also not ideal when it comes to training your horse. So just wanted to demonstrate on what not to do. Just example for why it's not good training for your horse is because I can't control his legs. Horse training and horse riding, a big part of it, well basically the physical part of it is controlling their legs and controlling their body and shaping their body. To perform in, whether it's pleasure, dressage, show jumping or whatever, it's all about having control of the horse's body. So not what to do. So once again, I'm going to check where he is at in his stop and go with lead rein pressure. Okay, so holding the lead rein about 15 centimetres underneath the head collar, underneath his chin, asking first of all with some light pressure to go forward, and he was better. So you'll notice he was actually better there than he was last time. And stop, and backwards pressure, and stop. Okay, so asking for light pressure. See how he's nice and light? He's actually quite light coming forward. Okay, and backward pressure, stop, and light pressure. See how he's much lighter than he was in his last section, and back. Well, he stopped very good there. So we might actually head down. Oh, so we're going to head down this way just so that we've got a little bit more room to work. Okay, so straighten up, Tom. We'll start off. He's actually very low. And stop, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I don't want him to follow my legs, so light pressure with the lead rope. See? Good. And a little bit faster. And backwards to stop. And light, heavier. He's a little bit heavier there. And backwards to stop, and it gets a little bit slippery down here, so we're just going to do a Yui, and we're going to go up here and up here, bad boy, and we'll come up this way. Now it's a bit sloppy here, so, okay, so it's a bit sloppy here because we've had a lot of rain and the arena's very wet as well, so we're just going to go up here. Okay, so forward, good boy, and backwards. Good boy. So once again, forward, light. There, so he's responding to much lighter pressure. And he's not straight, and he's got a bit of a fly. Light, he's drifting. See how he's drifting into the left there? So I'm just aware of that, so he's not straight. Let's have a little break there because I'm happy with that. Okay, so that was our first session. I'm actually going to, I'll just demonstrate that one more time and then we'll move on to step 2. So once again, what we normally do is 3 sets, I should say, of the first set 5 to 7 repetitions, the second set 3 to 5 repetitions, and probably the third set of 1 to 3 repetitions. All these sets, you will want to see an improved response. Now, I don't know why he gets a little bit stallion-y with me. No, we're all good there. Who are you talking to, Mum? So in between the sets, you have about 1.5 minute to 2 minute break. Okay? So I just want him to stand there now. So see how he's moved his legs and he's getting a little bit, he gets a little bit stallion-y, so I'm going to move him up. Don't bite me. Rollo, the dog's annoying us. No. So he's getting a little bit, no. None of that, Tom. Come back. Good. Poppy, go away. Okay, so, Tom, no. Oh, stand. Okay, so we have our 1.5 to 2 minutes break. Okay, so let's just do one more set. I'm going to stand on this side. Okay, he's getting a little bit stallion-y with me, so I'm just going to do light, heavier, heavier. He's a bit heavy there because he's a little bit distracted and he's drifting. So I'm going to ask for a little bit of fast. That's it. So I'm going to ask for a little bit more of speed in his walk, and back and release and forward. Forward, light, heavier, heavier. Good. And back. Good. We're going to turn around here. A bit sloppy. Our ground's a little bit sloppy here. Light and back. Stop. Good. So see how he's much lighter. I'm just going to swap the lead rein. He's sniffing me, so I just want to let him stand in self-carriage. So, okay, so just move light, heavier, up. And a little bit faster, so a bit more pressure. That's it, and release. So I want him fast to walk, light. There we go. And light. So see how I'm asking him to walk faster? And release. And we'll come down here. Ask for a little turn. And faster steps, which is the same as your go response. And we're just going to do a little turn here. Now, preferably, try and keep as straight as possible because we're not really doing the turning yet. And back, stop, and light. A little bit heavier there. Beautiful. Okay. And back. See how he's much lighter? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Hey? Good boy. No. No, no, no. Okay, I'm not going to scratch him because he's getting a little bit stallion-y with me. I'll pat him on the head. Good boy. Hey? He gets a little bit stallion-y for some reason, don't you, Tom? You do. So, give him a scratch. Good boy. I'll give him a pat on the head. I'm not going to scratch him on the wither just because he gets a little bit colty. Yes, I know. I know. Good boy. I know. Nice. So see how he's taking a step forward? I ask him to stand back. Good. And pat him. Good boy. So I want him to stand there. I don't want him to move unless I ask him to move. I don't want him to follow my footsteps. So if I'm just walking around like this, I don't want him to follow. So see how he's followed me? Whoop. So I ask him to step back. Okay, so he has one. Well, even though we didn't step back and we're a bit crooked, now I ask him to straighten up. That boy, just so you guys can see us. Okay, so I don't want him to follow my legs. So see how he wants to follow me? So I'm asking him to step back. Okay, and he's a bit distracted because he gets a little bit, so step back. And that, good, good. He wants to chew my lead, so I'm just going to walk this way. I don't want him to follow me because so ask him to step back. Good, good, and reward him with a pat on the head. No. Ask him to step forward. So just want him to learn that he's to stand there. He doesn't need to follow my legs. Well, I don't want him to follow my legs because just want him to follow the cue that I teach him. Okay, because if the horse follows your legs, there's times that you don't want them to follow your legs. Okay, so it can be very confusing for them if you teach them to follow your legs as a cue to walk forward, but then there's situations where you want them to stand there while you're going to get something, or you're saddling, or you're walking away, and then they've been taught to follow your legs, and then for some reason they are punished for following your legs. So you want to keep every single cue very clear and keep that cue for the one response. Okay, so you can do multiple cues for the one response, but don't use one cue or one aid for multiple responses.